Valorize your mental health because your mental health is everything you got to protect. Guys, do you know that Clara's daughter Benny has finally discovered the truth? Yes, discovering the truth that her father has been a manipulator, a liar, all this while. And she went blaming the mother for no just cause. Now she's regretting. She had now to do what? She had to walk up to her mother, embrace her, to tell her that she's sorry for the embarrassment that she gave her at her job site. And the mother was like, okay, one thing I will tell you is this. Always learn to listen to both sides of stories. Your father lied to us all. And I went to his company and I slapped him there. I did what I did because I too felt betrayed. I never verified too. I also went and did the same thing to Hans. Now I don't know how to face Hans. So whenever you hear a story, make sure you hear the other side of the story before you can react. Don't react based on one judgment, okay? Now, the daughter was like, all right, mom, thank you for that. Clara then told the daughter that they are stuck with Jonathan, that there is nothing they can do, that she's already married to Jonathan. And what she's believing God for is for Jonathan to change. And Benny was like, if that doesn't change, then we have no option. We are stuck to live without for the rest of our lives like this. No, this is not right. This is not right, Clara. You are not stuck to live with somebody like that. If you are in that situation, you have to think of what to do. Everybody got that freedom of choice and decision. Now, coming to Jonathan. Jonathan was so angry that Clara was speaking with the daughter. Jonathan was like, are you trying to manipulate my daughter against me? It will not work. And Clara said, I cannot do that. Rather, I told her to respect you and always stand for the side of truth. If I am wrong, let her rebuke me. If you are wrong, let her rebuke you. And let her always stand for the point of truth and not supporting me or supporting you. That is what I was telling her. And Jonathan, instead to say thank you, Jonathan went again accusing this lady. You think I don't know that you slept with Hans just for him to open you that restaurant? You slept with Hans just for him to give you money to pay a house rent with it? You slept with Hans just for you to give me the chance to work in his company? You think I don't know all those things? Change, woman. You are a harlot. Clara could not get it. She had to do was slap Jonathan for defamation of character. She said she would not let Jonathan tarnish her image like that. She has done no such things, Jonathan. Why will you talk to your woman in this way? Why do you use such harsh words on your wife? Look at the kind of verbal abuse you render on your wife. If she's the one telling you all these things, how will you feel? Why do you choose to torment this lady mentally? She have had it enough from you. The mental torture is too much. Clara was like, it is too much. I have bear it a lot and I will not take it again from you. You have tormented me a lot in this house mentally. You have abused me in various forms, physically and verbally. Henceforth, I will no longer take it again. And let me tell you something. If you think you'll keep accusing me like this and go scot-free, then you must be a joker. And this guy did what? This guy had to hold Clara. Press Clara as if he wanted to buy Clara. Warned Clara and told Clara that he is the head of this family. That Clara should never dare raise her filthy hands upon him again. That he is the one having all the right to slap Clara because he is the head of this family. No, Oga, you are defining the head of the family wrongly. That's not what Jesus taught you to do. You are to love and cherish a woman, not to be raising your hands on her because you are the head of the family. Now, Clara told him that if you want to be the head of this family, then you need to start paying the bills, paying the house rent, taking care of your child and me as your wife. Until then, you are not the head of this family. As I keep being in charge, You do any little thing again like this, you find yourself in the streets. I will throw you out of this house. Because I, Clara, am in charge here. I take care of the bills. You don't do it. Even the food you eat, I give it to you. So don't dare eat next time. And she left in anger. It is not easy at all on Clara inside this household. Clara is such a good woman that married the wrong person. I pray for each and every one of you that is still single watching me. May you never fall into the wrong hands. May your judgment never take you wrongly. May the Spirit of the Lord always lead you towards the right direction and towards your God-ordained partner. No one will marry wrongly here in Jesus' name. Amen to that. Now, coming to Jonathan. Jonathan left and met with his bad friend again, Emeka. What did Emeka do? Telling Emeka everything that have transpired. How this lady slapped him, came to the office, embarrassed him there. And Emeka, instead of giving Jonathan good advice, Emeka is bent on destroying this family. He still went further, telling this guy to make sure that he retaliates and give it back to Clara in 100-fold. Jonathan was like, I'm short of ideas. What will I do? And this guy told Jonathan that, see, refuse eating her food. Refuse touching her. Don't make love to her again. Don't eat her food. Behave as if you are seeing another woman. Then her senses will come back. She will run begging after you. And Jonathan said, no, this woman have developed a very thick skin. If I eat, I don't eat, this woman will never recognize it. It is none of Clara's business. And one thing here too is this. I cannot stay without eating, like I would die of hunger. I don't want hunger to kill me. No, lie. I don't want it. So you are unable to feed yourself. Then you still have the mouth to be ranting like this, Jonathan. Shame to you. Just day one in office, you have caused a lot of drama that is affecting you people till now. Then how will your 1 week look like? You will not even humble yourself, work for 1 month and receive payment before you start using money in your pocket and doing things. You are already gallivanting, causing problems left and right. Now, Emeka now told Jonathan that, see, if that's the case, use her mother. You know, mothers always want their children to stay in marital homes, right? They don't want to see their children lose their marriage. So if the husband discovers that Clara is about losing you, the mother will do everything at her power, at her discretion, to make sure that she keeps you and keep Clara together under your roof. To keep Clara under your roof. She will stop Clara from going closer to Hans. Use her mother and use her diligently. You know African women value men a lot, right? They think men are superior, everything to them. That without a man, a woman cannot cope. So just use that to your advantage. That was then, Emeka, not now. Women know their worth. Women submit to men, and responsible men. You don't submit to any kind of a man. You submit to a responsible man. And as a woman, you must always stand up for yourself. Work. Have a living. Have a life. In as much as you are married, you need to have a life on your own as well. Now, coming to Clara. Clara got up in the morning to make breakfast. As Clara was trying to make food, Benny came and told the mother that you are not yet at work. You will be late. Allow me do the cooking. And Clara was like, no, my daughter. I want to cook for my family. I want to take care of you people. You people first before any other thing. My workers are there. They'll take care of the restaurant. Just see a good, beautiful woman with a good, beautiful heart. And Benny had to tell this lady that, see, Mom, I want you to be careful. You say Debbie, your friend, wants to take you where they sell cheap livestock, right? Yeah. I want you to be very careful because she might look like a friend, but she might look like an enemy at the same time. Be very careful. And the wise mom. You are with her. Another person out might be seeing it differently. This lady, this child is always seeing things very well like a mature person. And the mother was surprised. Why would you say a thing like that? That's my friend Debbie. Debbie has been with me for a very long while. I think you should listen to your daughter. Your daughter is saying the truth. Debbie is not a friend. Debbie is not a good person. Debbie is out for something that is going to destroy you. Her mission is to pull you down and not to lift you up, Clara. Let's be careful of unfriendly friends in our lives, okay? Now, coming to Jonathan. Jonathan went to the office. As usual, the dramatic man. He will never be there without causing on any problem. But one thing here is this. Why is he still working in this company? Why is it that Hans has refused to take advice from the mother or him to advise and sack this man from work? Fire him. He is of no good. He now stepped inside the office. Immediately he stepped inside the office to show Hans one document. Guess what? The secretary also stepped in with food. Because Hans has been buying food from Clara in good faith, supporting the business and lifting it up as well by buying in a very good price. Then Jonathan was like, why will my woman cook food for you? Hans said, she didn't cook food for me. I bought the food just like any other person would buy. And Jonathan said, henceforth, I don't want you to ever have anything to do with my woman again. Stay off, Clara, if you don't want me to dismantle what you have labored for so many years. Stay off my woman. Back off. Stay away from my wife. That is just what I need from you to. And this man said, okay, if you want me to stay away from Clara, I will stop communicating. I will stop picking her calls. I will stop answering to her messages. But guess what? Clara will still look for me now in person and come. And if she comes and see me, you will not like what will happen between me and Clara before your very own eyes. So you better allow us to keep our communication going. Okay? You know, if Clara comes and see me in person, we might even end up in a way that romantically. So be very careful. Hans, you two are not easy. And Jonathan almost break down the walls of the office. Jonathan said, you have pushed me to the wall. Therefore, you are going to see how a man who wants to protect his wife will retaliate. Hans, you are just digging your own grave by letting this man in your office. I don't know what is it that you want Jonathan to keep working in your office. Send this man away. You don't want to. Look at the drama, the chaos. Now coming to Clara's mother. What did she do? She had to go and meet with Benny. Telling Benny that, Benny, see, I want to tell you something. You have to talk to your mother to stop communicating with Hans, stop working in that restaurant, shut that restaurant down, and come back here and sit in the house as a housewife. I trained her to be a housewife who will submit to the husband and respect her husband and let the husband be the provider and not her. I was never the provider in my own marriage, okay? I was under my husband. Good or bad, I am there. Mama is still having that archaic marital mentality. Your child will stop everything, come and sit in the house. Jonathan, we all know, is not a good person. Jonathan is somebody that cannot work and provide for the family. Jonathan, anywhere he goes, he causes problem. And that is what Benny was simply telling Mama. My father worked in his first company. They sacked him there due to attitude problem. He went again. My mother gave him money to do business. He fell into the hands of scammers. Now, Mr. Hans have employed him. Attitude will not allow him stay in that place. And then they sack him. How are we going to feed? How are we going to pay the house rent? How are we going to pay our bills? How are we going to pay my school fees? How are we going to feed mother? How are we going to do all these things? Tell me, if my mother is not working to assist when my father is down, automatically you want us to come back to the village and be with you? Because if this woman was saying that, let her stop working in that restaurant and start a different thing or a different business, something different. Disconnecting from Hans is different. But this one, you're telling her to forget everything and come and sit in the house as a housewife and be taking all the nonsense that Jonathan is throwing upon her and swallowing it like how they swallow okra and fufu corn. No, mother, things doesn't work like that. As a woman, you will not allow another man or a man that you got married to inflict mental problem into your mind. No. Valorize your mental health. Jonathan has been traumatizing this lady. And now she has stood upon herself, upon her grounds to work. You don't want her to work? She's the breadwinner right now. And she is not even proud. She is being respectful. It's Jonathan that is causing problem left and right. Clara is a very good daughter, a very good wife, a very good mother. Just that she just fell in a very bad hands. What do you have to say? Let me have a point of view concerning her mother's viewpoint that let her stop working in the restaurant, disconnect from hands, and come be a full-time housewife and depend just on her husband. What do you think about it? Let's share or communicate in the comment section below. Thank you for watching and subscribe if this is your first time watching us. See you guys.